Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording session of Hearthstone. Alright, I have four, almost, well, I've almost 100% completely recovered from my sickness. Um, so, we can get back to recording 3 episodes today. I do, however, want to get rid of this win 5 games with Hunter and Mage. Not only do I not want to play as the mage for the reasons that he's already at the max level, she is. Uh, but also, I don't want to win 5 games. So let's try and trade this out for hopefully something better. I'm wondering if it's just... Well, there's your evidence that when you trade out like a win 5 games, that it has to give you a win 5 games again. It doesn't, obviously. It changed the amount of gold you would get, it changed the number of wins, and it changed the characters. So everything seems to be on the table. Assumedly, even changing it out might have brought you something like only the money, where you had to do something besides just win games. So we have 225 gold at the moment. And I believe we've already bought our arena in. Computer is running a little slow because I actually decided to run a full antivirus scan on it just in case. Better safe than sorry. I probably shouldn't have done that. And why is it slowing down the computer as much as it is? I don't know. Oh, that seems very strange. I mean, this is too much lag for an antivirus scan. So let's see, what can we do? Rogue, Warlock, and Druid. And see, I have to go back out. And then, so I can play as the Rogue or the Warlock. No. Do I want to play as the Rogue or Warlock? I think I prefer the Warlock, but let's play as the Rogue.
They'll never see it coming.
Yeah, this is taking too long. Let me see if I can just stop the scan. Yeah, I'll just stop the scan. There we go. I'll scan again later. And hopefully that will fix everything. Come on. What? I don't know what the other things could be about to slow. What could be causing a slowdown? Let me just check this. This is start the task manager. Says recording software is using a lot of processor. Sort by. Yeah. A little bit of processor. And what's using the most memory? The recording software. And then basically nothing else. Interesting. Hopefully that clears up. It could be I'm just having internet trouble. Maybe they finally decided to start throttling me because of the massive amount I'm uploading. And this looks like, it feels a little sluggish, but it looks like it's gonna fix it. Not how I wanted to start recording session, that's for true. But seems like it's clearing itself up, or it's not gonna get any worse now. So, what's going on? I'm coming to the end of Isaac and FTL. I can feel it in my bones. In fact, I feel like I'm probably already past the point where if I was just going to stop and I wasn't recording, I would have done so for both of them. But I am gonna continue with the series. I'm gonna try at least, and because there's still some stuff that needs to be done for both. And really, I don't want to end two series at the exact same time, and it's not going to be a real end. It's going to be I'm going to only post videos, new videos, whenever I feel like playing those games. So there may be long bursts, particularly on Isaac. They're not there's not a lot of time, if there will be any time, before they release the next update. So the next update hopefully will push me right back into doing Isaac. So there may be no, or a very short break. FTL, as far as I know, FTL's not even working on any update at the moment. So FTL was the series that was supposed to end, and then that would be close to the end of it. Doesn't mean I can't go back and do some more if I want to. It's just that would be randomness. It would just be, okay, here's one more episode. The only series that has really ended, that absolutely has ended, probably will never come back again, is the Talos Principle, and that's because it's just a story-based game, and the only thing I could do on the Talos Principle would be to try to play it perfectly, do a like no death run type thing, try to get the few Steam achievements, which I really don't care about. Now the thing I do care about Steam, as a side note, is I want to start migrating my computer games to Steam. And the way that I'm going to have to do that is I'm going to put in my Steam wishlist games I want and games I already have for the computer but aren't Steam games. And so, and I don't have, besides the Talos Principle, which was the first game I ever bought for Steam, I don't have anything in the Steam library. So I would love to get Portal 2. I'm probably, almost certainly going to do a series on Portal very fast. It probably is already out by the time you see this video, of just doing Portal 1, Portal 2, maybe Portal 1 and 2 developer commentary.
Protects me.
2. Those will be short series because I'm just going to run through them.
Job done.
So those are probably already out unless something happened. I was playing earlier today with the video settings, and what I think I can get away with running the system. Of course, now I'm having problems with the computer acting a little slow, so I may turn around and find out that that in reality I need to turn the video settings down when I'm recording. It seems like for Portal 1 I can have the settings set to max because it's such an old game at this point. It's not a terribly old game, but it's old enough that they didn't really even program for it. Even the Portal 1 I think is doing DirectX 9 at most, and so here we are, we're about ready for DirectX 11, I believe. It's a shame they couldn't get DirectX 10 to line up with Windows 10, but I don't know how they could really fix that, because one of the major reasons to buy a new Windows is particularly because you're going to be getting a new DirectX version and more support for games. For better graphics. So, yes, I'm putting games in my wish list to Steam, and I didn't explain the rest of that. I'm asking anybody that wants to friend me on Steam. I am Rydo of all, spelled RYDO_OF_ALL. I should have the settings set that people can see that wish list, and I'm asking if, and only really if, well, there's two ifs here. If you just want to be extremely generous and give me the games, that is great. But my other if for that thought is if you have multiple copies of this game, because I know people do the Steam sales, and that's the only reason why I'm even suggesting this, is because I know people have in Steam sales got multiple copies of games they already own. And if you have extra copies of those games and you want to give them over to me so that I can have a better Steam library, and that's really all that's saying, is so I can have a better Steam library. Now, the bigger Steam library, if you give me games I've never played before, I can research to see if I can do a YouTube series on it, and then do a YouTube series on it if it looks interesting to me. But then you also run the risk of giving me something that I have no interest in, so you might want to message me on Steam before you do something like that. So this is just pure charity, is what I'm talking about on your part.
Hey, catch! For honor.
I'm just basically begging as far as all that. But I do want to get my Steam library up, and if people were willing to donate, that helps. What does getting my Steam library up get for me? It just keeps all the games in one place. It makes sure I have the most up-to-date versions. I don't have to go look for updates, patches, and such. Keeps everything in one ecosystem. It allows me to potentially work towards having a better Steam profile for what that's worth, so people can see the games I've played, so they can see the hours I've played. But that's about it.
I must
So that was the side conversation, and I don't remember what the main conversation was. Just basically, I feel like I'm gonna quickly kind of wrap up the Binding of Isaac and FTL. I need to probably focus on FTL, make one last push to do everything. I kind of know where I'm going, and I've laid out what I'm gonna do with the with Isaac.
Can I help you, sir? For honor. Hey, catch!
In all honesty, somehow it seems like I've made not enough progress on FTL and too much progress on Isaac, and I've really wanted it to be the other way around. I wanted it to be that Isaac, I thought at the very beginning, Isaac would be a year long at least. And I probably still will play Isaac for a year long. But I've hit this point. I mean, let me just talk about what I did yesterday. I recorded several episodes of boss rushes, which were, each episode was like 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes at most, because there's just one character boss rushing, and then whatever happened. Oh boy, I didn't play that right.
For honor.
So we did these boss rush episodes, which took probably less than 2 hours, and then I did one challenge on Isaac called Head Trauma, which I've done at least 3 different episodes at this point, trying to do Head Trauma and not succeeding. And then I spent the rest of the day uploading videos and just recording without commenting what my play. And all of those recordings, by the way, I have deleted because I did not succeed. So there was 18 recordings of me playing and not saying any commentary. The audio was turned off. From my microphone was turned off. And that's what I said. I'll just play for the rest of the day this challenge and see if I can beat it. Because I just need to get these challenges done, or because I've plateaued, really, is the truth of it. I just can't get them done. Sad to say, but I'm just not a good enough player to get these last couple challenges done, is what it's looking like. And then I have some, after, there's 3 challenges I need to work on, and then there's some more episodes I need to do on the characters to just beat the game normally, which I can do that, certainly, and that'll be the next focus on Isaac.
Truth is
and after we do that or plateau on those, then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the steps of unlocking the final character, which I don't even think I'm going to be able to do. And then that's pretty much it for Isaac. I can make one episode, just like after that, it's after the post admitting to yourself we've plateaued. I can make episodes as I'm trying to. I'll keep playing. I'll keep trying. It's just I'm not gonna succeed.
Come close.
We've hit
and
this
listen.
point where we know we're not gonna succeed.
Here we go.
Oops, should have clicked that, didn't. Oh well. So it's just gonna be this episode after episode after episode where almost guaranteed losses. We'll have victories, we'll beat the level, but we're not gonna be making any progress. And so I guess I kind of burner it. I guess I stopped releasing as much. I take the time that I've been playing Isaac to do something else. Not having a definitive ending is part of the problem. It irritates me, at the very least.
This one. No, that one.
Interesting. So, yeah, it irritates me that we can't have a definitive ending, and we're just not going to have that in a lot of games. In some games, yes. Talos Principle, we've had a definitive ending. There's a little bit more that can be done, sure, but we've had the definitive ending. We've seen all of the endings that I know of. Portal, which is the series that, and that's really the deal, is the Portal series are the ones that I'm gearing up and getting excited to do, and as I'm getting more and more excited to do these series, I am losing excitement to do the other series. Doing a 4 series in a row is not super realistic, even though I've somehow managed to do it before. Well, it's not a great thought.
Magic detected.
Oh, I've lost this. FTL. FTL, we're gonna probably plateau too. I've got to get that slug ship unlocked. And so I could do episode after episode and try to get the slug ship unlocked, but what's the matter? Why put out 5 more episodes of me accomplishing nothing when really, particularly on FTL, almost the entire series has been nothing but not beating the game. We've been accomplishing a few things, but I think we've only beaten the final boss a couple times, which is typical in FTL. So there's still some more ships that we want to try to do. I think there's still some more achievements that I need to get done to unlock some ships. But
Your soul shall be mine.
Watch your...
it gets kind of grindy. I probably could do like a thing where for one day I play Isaac, not Hearthstone, but Isaac and FTL, and make just a couple of episodes of each, and then go to a weekly release. No. Maybe that would
You shall
improve
not
some, save me some time so I could take a third day off. Not a third day off. Every 3 days I play Hearthstone. So the other day I play a different game, or in theory, at least in theory, this is what happens. But So it's one day Hearthstone, one day Isaac, one day FTL, and then really kind of need a day off or to upload.
Here we go.
Getting quiet. Getting quiet. Losing focus. Yeah. Come on, summon another creature. That's all I need. It's not what I wanted him to do. I could see the thought that
Taste my steel!
Here we go.
I could see the thought that having one specific day in which we just go back to old series and do one more playthrough of them. It's just, here's another episode of Isaac, here's another episode of FTL, I can see that. If both series end at the same time, I have another roguelike game ready to go, so that's not really the problem. I have a couple of games, and that's more of the problem than anything else, is that I just have so many games from the past that I want to get on my channel. I want to get my channel bigger. I want to get more views, and at least at the moment, this is my scheme for getting more views, is that
Quiet!
my scheme for getting new views is to have more different games, try and catch more people's attention, try to flesh out our series. How do I get better as a recorder? I don't know. I think I would probably benefit a ton if I had like a partner. I think the whole way that Giant Bomb does their quick looks works pretty well, because
Slippery.
I don't have enough mana.
This one. No, that one.
So what Giant Bomb does, if you don't know, is they have two people in the room. One is kind of talking and not particularly interviewing them with a set number of questions, or if there is a set list of questions, it comes out very natural. But they have one guy playing the game and spending most of his energy playing the game, and doing a pretty decent job at it usually.
Well played.
For the king!
I
And
don't
then-
have enough mana.
You have the other player that is specifically
For honor.
Here we go.
so one guy's focusing on playing, and so you wouldn't get the situation that we're having right now, which is just I'm too sleepy, not awake enough, and I'm sitting here and pausing and talking. I sound awful. I realize it. Come on, wake up, Rydo. Wake up. But yeah, so one guy would sit there and talk and make sure there's no dead air. Whereas there's a prime example of me making dead air because I'm just not
Give me a quest.
not ready.
For honor.
This card is pretty useless. I have noticed. I'm about to lose again.
I am the blade of the goddess.
But so as far as making me better, I think I would benefit totally from having a partner sitting next to me, as well as Mike, and talking about the game. One guy who knows nothing about it, one guy would explain it. Probably wouldn't work too well in the formats that I have, because I'm doing the same games over and over again. So maybe that wouldn't work that well. But I think more people on mic would help if there was a whole table.
Valera versus Rexa.
If there was a whole panel of people commenting.
Watch your back.
But just talking about stuff. If there was more people coming in and talking about stuff and talking about their life, that would be great. Now, is any of that going to happen? Probably not. Almost certainly not. I've got nobody who I play games with in my life at the moment. We could do collabs, which is a lot of people say that works. If there was somebody that wanted to play with me online, and almost I have to be selfish since I'm such a new channel though, and I have to say I need to collab with somebody who is established too. So it's a real selfish thing to say, is that I won't work with somebody who's brand new on YouTube, even though I'm brand new on YouTube. A collab that would really work is if there was somebody who was super popular on YouTube was willing to play some co-op game with me, and we could Skype over. We could do the whole Skyping and talking, or we can both record our sides. I think both of us recording our sides works pretty well. Both of us recording our sides to make episodes, and both of us recording our sides to get the audio of the other person, as well as ourselves, I think is the best way to do that. So that's something that might
Here
happen,
we
but
go.
I kind of need to play online co-op with somebody first too, and I just don't do online co-op. None of the games I do are like that. Portal 2 has online co-op, and I'm pretty much at this point just resolving myself to the fact that I'm just not gonna do that part. I'll mention it and be done with it.
Frogzor!
I have done the co-op on Xbox with Portal 2, and I played with random people, and you got the exact experience you would expect when playing with random people. Some people were very good and already knew the answers and kind of killed it for me. Some people were good but didn't know the answers, and they were the best people to play with because we'd play together and learn together. Some people were terrible at games, and it's not bad if you're bad at games as long as you're trying, but then some people were bad at games and they weren't trying, which are kind of one and the same, in my opinion.
Ready for action!
For the king! For honor!
And so, yeah, there were a few people that I got on co-op that would sit there and do nothing. They'd run around and jump, acting like they were little kids, assumedly they were little kids. I would be really upset if I ever found out that there was a, like, 25, 21, 30, 40-year-old who plays Xbox that runs around and acts like they're a 8-year-old, and specifically acts like a kid. And this is really overgeneralizing, I know, but yeah, I've seen people who've played. I'd be really upset if some of those really bad experiences I've had with online people were adults.
Here we
People
go.
being jerks.
Job done.
And being childish. So yeah, I guess through Steam we could do the co-op now. That means I have to have the game in Steam pretty much. The only game that we could do that's not on Steam is Hearthstone, and then there's no co-op in Hearthstone. In fact, playing your friends in Hearthstone is not
That didn't quite.
it's not a viable thing at all. It just doesn't work.
Sneaky.
I mean, it does work.
Here
I have
we
tried
go.
it. I've played people on
Job done.
Hearthstone, but it doesn't get you gold. It doesn't do anything for you. It's just have a friendly game. So why would I ever do that? I might do something like that if we were doing some kind of live stream Patreon thing where I have tons of people asking me, and then I said, alright, this Saturday I'm going to play everybody that's online in my friends list. So I would send out friend requests to everybody that wanted to play me. That was a mistake. And then I would play them
This one.
time, record it, make like one
Here
episode
we
out of
go.
that, and from that one
Job done.
episode, then after that episode, delete everybody on my friends list, and maybe keep some kind of database of people I've played before. But I guess it really wouldn't matter if people are supporting me, if they're donating like a Patreon, and this was some special episode. We could certainly do that, and I'd probably call it like beating Rydo, or beating Rydo with a stick in Hearthstone, and we could do that, and that would be a fun new thing to do. But I would need to be able to stream live, which I'm not sure my setup is set up to stream live at all. I have no idea how low I'd have to set the visual settings. I'd have to set up a Twitch account, which I guess I'll go see what it takes to do that. And but yeah. Hey, it looks like I'm gonna win. I should not have won. I did not deserve this victory. But whatever, I'll take it. But yeah, I would have to have a lot of, well, at least 3 to 5 people, I'd say. If I could get 3 to 5 people and say, at this time, I'm gonna be online. I need everybody to be online so I can play them. Maybe we could do it with 3 to 5 people, but they'd have to be really on the ball. Because I would need you to stay online and pretty much stay out of the game. Because I can't have you playing somebody else when I come and try and invite you to a game. It's just not, if you're unavailable, that destroys the recording. So 5 games would need to be recorded, but I'd probably need 15 people that I could add to the friend list that they had accepted me through friend requests, and they were all online at the time of the schedule.
Watch.
And I suppose it doesn't have to be online. I could just say I will be playing during this time and you will show up on an episode if you do that. Maybe I could simplify this thought. No. Maybe I should say I will accept friend requests.
I greet you.
Right now. Like, let's think this through before I actually say this. So I'm not, what I'm about to say I'm not saying, but I'm thinking it through. What if I said, starting now I will accept friend requests from all random people, and if you are online and I am not working on any quests and have reason to do a not working on anything, not trying to get not trying to get gold, not trying to finish a quest. If I just have nothing to do and I still technically need another game or another 5 games, because we've had a couple of episodes already like this, and that would fill out those episodes if I just said, alright, I'm gonna let this friend list line up. Let's see.
Give me a quest.
I'm gonna have to do some research. First of all,
Job's done.
if you haven't figured out, Rydo is not my real name. It is my gamer tag, it is my stage name. So, I think in Hearthstone, if you get friend requests, you see the real names of people. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I put as my real name before I allow anybody like that. And because I can't, I'm not ready to be outed as having all my information out there and having people mail me things or potentially show up at my house or try and do crazy things like that, which is just not the point of the series at all. I mean, it doesn't really matter who I am on the outside world. It only matters what I am in the game reality here.
For honor.
What kind of personality I am on YouTube.
Here we go.
Same way as if you're watching a movie, it doesn't really matter that much about who the actor is outside of the movie, it's just what character they're playing inside. Which is to say,
Your magic shall
I
not
am
save
putting on a small bit of personality and acting when being Rydo, but not a lot. If anything, I would argue I am...
Can I help you, sir?
To reference the Watchmen, I would argue I'm more likely I am like Rorschach, where I am Rydo and the name I go by in the real world is my mask and not my real personality. The mask is my face. But yeah, let me think about it. Let me do some research, and I'll come back in a later episode and probably say, you know what, just start sending friend requests. I'll accept them all on the condition that your name is not offensive. If I find out, if I have even the slightest inclination, and this is all just gonna be my decision, no chance for, no opportunity to argue it. If I have even the slightest thought that your name is offensive. So if it has a dirty word in it, it has a racist statement in it, it has anything like that, I'm not gonna accept your friend. If you try to chat and you chat something offensive, not cool. Also, no chat at all. This is not gonna be a situation where you're gonna start talking to me while we're playing the game. I don't even want a GG. It is traditional that people type like good game GG, but if I see any chat at all, I'm going to
Job done.
Disconnect. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna straight up concede and disconnect and leave. So your heyday on my channel goes away, and potentially, since this will be recorded, I don't even post the video, so you won't even see it, or I edit you out. So that would be the rules. There's no chat, no offensive names. You can have stupid names, you can have ridiculous names, no real names. I don't want your real name showing up. I do not want to have any hand whatsoever in any potential stalkerish situation occurring to you, just for your safety. So I don't want to know your real name. That's not gonna help anything. But for all of those rules, I think after I do a little bit of research, I think we can just start accepting friend requests. And being a friend means if you're online, and I'm not doing anything else. I have nothing else whatsoever. So it's two things. You gotta be online whenever I'm online, and I'm not really telling people when I'm gonna be online or anything like that. I'm just saying, if I randomly happen to be online and you randomly happen to be online, and I don't have anything else to do, then we will try some of that stuff. We will play friendly games. I will certainly try to be polite when playing friends in particular. I don't know, because they would be my fans. I don't know why I would spit in the face of my fans, so to speak. Alright. So, 10 more dust, disenchanting. Alright. See, they put this done button, which is a little weird. Alright. So we are not in crafting mode. Let's go to crafting mode. Trying to see. I don't think I have enough dust to create anything, but I think I may have some gold cards that need to be disenchanted. Yeah. Like, this isn't a gold card. This is just a rare card, I guess. I'm not seeing gold versions of this. Let's see. Yeah, here's the same guy in the, it would cost, so I don't have gold versions. So let's just go and see only, no, if I only see gold versions then. Well actually, yeah, let's just see only gold versions. So this will help me filter real quick. I'm being slow, I know it, I can feel it. I don't want any gold cards in my collection at all at this point. And I probably don't, I may not even have any. I want to trade all the gold versions out just for the sake of ease. Now, eventually, I suppose we will start getting gold versions of all these cards, but that might be a decade or two later, if we're still playing this game. That, yeah, I have no gold cards, which is fine, and 30 dust, which is not enough to do anything, and I need to get one more rogue victory. I have one more rogue game to play in this episode, so maybe we'll get really lucky. I'm up to rank 20 already, so I've locked in a new card back for what it's worth at the end of the season. And that's pretty much all ranked means to me. It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks that that's all that ranked means to me. But
Valia
yeah.
versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer.
Watch your back.
But yeah, I think we could. I think that's a good idea.
Job's done.
Accept friend request. Do me a favor, if you're watching this, watch the next episode after this one. You will get my final. I will do the research before I record this next episode, and then you'll get my final say on that. And more than likely, my final say on that is going to be yes. Please, if you feel like it, start sending me friend requests.
Job's done.
And so watch the next episode. Make sure that's what I say, and then we'll start accepting friend requests. Of course, I'm recording this a month in advance, so you probably won't see any change in programming for good while.
Here we go.
Job done.
No, that sucks. Let's see.
Here we go.
Job done.
Feels pretty good this so far. Oops. Hit that in that turn. I don't even know. I mean, I think this is one of the updates that they have really failed to do. Is as soon as it can go green and knows that you're ready to end your turn, it should, at the very least, throw out the rope the normal way. If not, automatically end your turn. If not, just
Salam crush you.
Here we go.
yeah, should throw out the rope. If not, just end your turn right then and there. Maybe throw out the rope halfway. I mean, they don't have to do it the full way. They can just throw out the rope halfway and let it run down.
Or die, or both.
Because the only thing you can get from not ending your turn is just a little bit more time to realize what you're doing and look over your hand. And a little bit of time is fine, and almost infinite amount of time, or close to almost infinite amount of time, is not really
You shall
understandable.
not pass.
Here we go.
Almost lost my charge here.
Job
I can't
done.
do that.
Now I have learned I cannot upload videos while I'm playing Hearthstone. I can upload videos while I'm playing Isaac in FTL though. Any game that's not online based and not CPU intensive or GPU intensive or both, usually both. If it's a simple game like FTL, if it's a simple game like Isaac, as far as the CPU and GPU, and it doesn't use the internet at all, because uploading videos is pretty much all my upload bandwidth, then that does allow me to upload, which does give me
Here we go.
the opportunity to multitask, which is needed, yeah, and definitely wanted. The more I can multitask, if I can get 5 things going at once and 5 things done at once, the whole uploading things, it would be nice if it was just done as soon as the episode is recorded, but it doesn't really work that way. It's not very efficient to do it that way. It's a little bit more efficient to have a buffer of at least one episode of each series. That way, in the YouTube website, I don't have to. I get a nice, clear layout of all these 3 episodes from these 3 series are right next to each other, and they're all coming out at the same time on the same day. If I just try to upload 5 episodes of Hearthstone and then 5 episodes of FTL and do it all that way,
Here we go.
Soldiers of the cold dark.
then I have to go all up and down pages, page 1 versus page 3, trying to keep everything would be very disorganized that way. Of course that means I have to pretty much wait till I have 3 of one episode of each series before I can upload any of them. And uploading itself takes at least an hour.
You shall not pass.
Here we go.
Not gonna win this one. That's a shame.
The scourge will consume you.
I've learned that having a mouse and a wireless keyboard connected to my laptop is advantageous because it means I don't have to particularly get up and walk to the laptop, which is across the room, to end recordings or alt tab into a different program or anything like that. So it helps me a little bit. It helps me be lazy. It's really what it does. But it helps me also. It also makes playing games like Minecraft, which pretty much guarantee a need for a keyboard and a mouse. Although maybe I could eventually figure out how to key map and play Minecraft on the controller. I mean, it's possible. I just haven't figured it out. It's my mouse is plugged in because it's the only one I have that's responsive enough. The wireless mouse is not responsive enough to play games. Well, that's the end of this episode. We got 1 rogue done. Next episode we will be playing Shaman and Warlock ranked runs, and hopefully we'll get the 20 minions that cost 5 or more done next episode too. But if we don't, it doesn't matter. Then 3rd episode, all we gotta do is we'll do Rogue and Warrior and get 1 victory. So I don't see any reason why we wouldn't get everything done. We were at 255, I believe, when we started, and we're at 255 now. Let's see. Okay. Here's a little update that they did with the newest update. Now, instead of automatically setting you to classic, you have to choose your pack. So they just added a screen, and it's just choose your pack. Do you want normal packs, or do you want goblins versus gnomes packs? And then you pretty much want normal packs. And then adventure hasn't changed. And now when I exit out of this, is it gonna remember that? Yeah, it's gonna remember it. So maybe when you exit out the program completely, it will do that. Now I don't think there is a way to give gold or packs to people. Interesting. That's a little bit of a flaw for a YouTuber like me, because if I could say if you want to designate gold and such to me, do it through friending me and doing all of that. That'd be great, but I don't see a way of doing that. I don't think there is. Really, if you want to designate something, contact me. Contact me through a private message on Twitter or Steam or something. Probably Twitter is the best. Anywho, that's the end of this episode. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to. Notice this is the one problem of having a mouse, is that when I bump it, it starts moving. See that movement? So often I'll forget to turn it upside down so it doesn't move. It doesn't matter one way or the other really. But I'll turn it upside down so bumping it doesn't cause weird jerks. Except for me, who is the main weird jerk. Anyways, I was ending this episode. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos because all of that helps me out. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at RydoOfall, RYDOOFALL. If you want to friend me on Steam, it is spelled RYDO_OF_ALL. Have a good evening.